Our parliamentarians on the warpath seeking the disbandment of the Salaries and Remuneration Commission for reducing their pay from 850,000 shillings to 542,000 shillings. How could SRC dare? Constitutional commissions are lowly bodies that really should not stick fingers in Parliament face, it would appear.
A commission which is the creation of this house cannot purport, and I want Sarah Serem to listen to me and the country. We are not after our salaries. More so, Mheshimiwa Linturi is raising fundamental breach of the Constitution.
That Serem Commission is incompetent to the extreme.
For having dared reduce MPs' salaries, the Salaries Commissions will pay, and dearly too. And it is not just the SRC that is under attack. Members of the public are also on the receiving end. After all, they did vote for this lot that now seeks more money.
On the 4th of March, they went to the polls and they elected the 349 men and women in this house. If they are thieves, it is the Kenyan people who are thieves. If they are greedy, it is the Kenyan voters who are greedy. And Mr. Speaker, if an election is called today, they will elect the same members of Parliament.
They are banking on Kenyans and their so-called short memories, which will likely have forgotten their ill behavior during the next general election. Even the media will not be spared.
An issue which the Registrar of Political Parties has said.
With the National Assembly,
elected members will need to think twice. For JSO at 7, Margaret Kenya for JSO at 7.
MPs say the media is misleading Kenyans and turning them against Parliament.
And as I speak today, Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking to all our brothers and sisters out there, including the media, Mr. Speaker. Even as they criminalize this house, they must know that this is the beginning of a very dangerous trend.
So we expect the media tonight not to say that the petition is out of place. The petition is a private petition.
And then there are the excuses. MPs say this discussion is not about salaries, rather it is a discussion on more serious issues.
It is not about the salaries, it's about the constitutionality of that document. Where on earth, even in rogue democracies, does an entity use a delegated legislation to repeal the provisions of an act of parliament? A country that attempts to criminalize the leadership, where are we going, Mr. Speaker? And this thing must come to an end, and I want to...
And there were inappropriate excuses, comparisons that only go to show how much MPs think of themselves.
Somebody once said that when they came for the Jews, I kept quiet because I was not a Jew. And when they came for the Gentiles, I kept quiet because I was not a Gentile. And when they came for me, there was nobody to speak for me because everybody had been taken.
And above all, members of the 11th Parliament are skilled masters of the art of blatant defiance. After all, we elected them. Now they can enjoy the ride for 5 years.
Whether you will be re-elected or not is not going to be dependent on how you are going to contribute to it. It will be dependent on many other variables. Stand up for the rights of Kenyans, stand up for your rights.
Martin Luther King said, and I quote, "Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness," end quote. It would really help if the 11th Parliament thought about it carefully. For JSO at 7, I'm Stephen Letoo.